All right, guys, let's talk EPO. What is EPO? What does it matter if TJ was taking it? What does it matter now that he's not taking it? Now, EPO of all the performance enhancers, I will tell you, personal experience here, right? I'm an expert in performance enhancers for all the wrong reasons, but an expert nonetheless. EPO, without question, is my favorite. I've taken everything. I've gone into GNCs or health stores and tried everything on the shelf on the off chance that something would work. And it doesn't. They're all junk. None of that stuff anywhere on those shelves works. But the same is true with performance enhancers. You're not going to get a bump on all of them. There's ways to do it. So EPO specifically. EPO is going to increase your red blood cells. What does that do? The red blood cells is what carries oxygen throughout the body. So the more red blood cells you have, the more oxygen you can get. It directly affects your cardiovascular output, right? It's not going to make you bigger. It's not going to make you leaner. It's not going to make you stronger. It's going to give you more endurance. So in a sport that is an endurance sport, you'll see a lot of EPO in the Tour de France, by example. That's what a lot of the guys get hit for. But that's the reason. The reason is it can help them to push a little bit longer. A guy that takes EPO, particularly in training, can now just train longer. He can hit the bag that many times more. He can jump that rope that many times more. If you were to go out and run 2 miles, say you did that in 20 minutes. Now, you don't train at all. You don't do anything in between. You go do a 2-mile run, comes back at 20 minutes. Take a shot of EPO. No training. You take a shot of EPO. You wait about 10 days. That's how long it's going to take to kick in. You go run that 2 miles again. You're going to do it in 16 minutes. That's how effective it is to your cardio. You do absolutely nothing different. You just have this agent that helps with the red blood cells. 25%, 20% increase. It's very meaningful. And if you take EPO, you want to take that with iron and with vitamin C. It's the iron that you need. But iron cannot be absorbed in your body unless it's with vitamin C, so you take them at the same time. And it grows over time, right? If you were to take your shot, it comes in a shot, you're going to need about 10 days for it to kick in. But by day 18, you're going to feel even better. By day 30, it's going to be even better. It slowly builds. It's just one of these incredible things. Tough to catch somebody taking EPO because it can wash through your system within 72 hours. You take it, they got a small window where it can be detected, but the benefits can last much more, like 6 weeks, 8 weeks sometimes. So it's very effective. It was also very common. TJ might be the face of it right now. TJ was the guy that got hit. It was a very common thing. If you could get a hold of it, it was one of the harder ones to get. And I only share with you, now it's almost impossible to get. Like, I see guys with workarounds of the rules of USADA commonly. As soon as they take their shirt off, I can spot them. But EPO is very rare. Like, if you just somebody that could get a hold of it. And now, because of USADA, we also know how to take it and not get caught. Not going to say any more on that, but they're the ones that taught us. They're the ones that told the world how to take it and not get caught. You don't see a lot of it, though. It's one of these things that's hard to find. How is it going to affect TJ? That seems to be a question. And many people have said that when somebody is using a performance enhancer and they come off it, you not only have the physical aspect that gets compromised, you deeper level have a psychological aspect where the athlete will think, I can't do it. I don't have my candy. I don't have my secret, right? It's Popeye without the spinach type thing. And from personal experience, I don't know that I could attest to that. I don't know that I felt that. I think I felt the same either way. Because by example, when I had, say, EPO in this case, it didn't give me any more confidence. I didn't have more, and when I didn't have it, I didn't have a less of a confidence. I can just share with you there is a physical side. I truly have done the very experiment that I told you. I have truly ran 2 miles. Clayton Hires used to have me run every single Sunday, and it was uphill. Oh my goodness. The hardest workout I've ever done, I had to do it every Sunday, and I'm in Oregon. So it didn't matter if it was snowing. It didn't matter if it was raining. It did not matter if it was Sunday. I'm running this hill. And so I've done that. Where I could barely make it up. Oh, every bit of toughness, every bit of mental toughness, begging, praying that I can just get one foot in front of the next to get up this incline. There'd be other days when I had that EPO in full effect. And at the time, I didn't know the difference. I didn't understand what it was doing, right? I was working with a doctor. Chael, you take this, boom, no questions asked. But looking back at my career, or even at that run specifically, on the days where I wanted to quit, where I barely crawled across that finish line, to days when I would just come pop it up and Clayton would be looking at the stopwatch going, what the heck? What got into you here? But that's literally what it will do. Without any kind of training, it's one of these great, and I've heard many people talk about performance enhancers and go, yes, but this doesn't enhance your performance. That's true too. There is a number of things on the banned list that do not enhance you at all. But the performance enhancer, I'll hear a lot of media talking about that. That is a misconception and misreporting by them. There is no rule within USADA that says it has to enhance your performance. That's the media has grabbed it and said, oh, it's a performance enhancer. USADA has an allowed list and they have a banned list. If it's on the banned list, you can't take it. There is no argument with what that didn't help me. Doesn't matter. That is the media misreporting what's on that list. USADA's very clear. Here's the things you can take. Here's the things you cannot take. And I only share that because I've heard a number of guys say, well, that didn't help me. That could be true. I'll tell you, EPO would not fall into that. EPO does work. You want to hear a dirty move? You want to hear a dirty EPO story? Do you guys remember the Clear, Victor Conte, the Clear, and all the athletes that he was helping? Marion Jones comes to mind. I think she even had to do time because she lied to Congress about this. One of the things in the Clear, that was the name of the substance that Victor Conte was giving people, but was EPO. It's a huge ingredient in the recipe. But you're willing. You're very knowing that you're taking it. I've heard people even say no athlete could ever accidentally ingest EPO because you do not take it orally. It's done sub-Q, which means through a shot. That's not totally true. And I'll tell you where this happened. It happened in Turkey, the country of Turkey. So there was a wrestling coach. And he got incentivized the way his coaching contract was set up, and many are this way, but performance-based incentives. If your athlete goes out and earns a medal, if he earns a silver medal, if he earns a gold medal, and there's this bonus structure. So this coach had convinced the athletes, the whole crew, hey, you guys got to have massage. I know this special technique for massage. Only I can do it. Let me do, and you got to come in every other day. I want all of you scheduling. So he works into how he's going to massage these athletes and why. So the coach gets a hold of EPO. It's a liquid substance. He takes the EPO and then he puts something in there called DMSO. Now, DMSO used to be for veterinary use only. I grew up around DMSO because my father was a horseman. DMSO will go, you put it on the skin topically, but it will go inside and it just opens things. So, but it comes out of your system too. It smells terrible, smells like fish. So if you ever take DMSO for something, you rub that on, you'll sweat it out. It'll come your breath and you come out memories of DMSO. But stay with me that DMSO is topical and it pulls everything inside. So when the coach was giving these massages to his athletes, and that's very common, you'll use an oil or some kind of a substance when you're doing a massage. So nobody thought twice. This coach lays them down. He puts this mixture that he came up, DMSO with EPO, puts it right on him, rubs it into him. The DMSO carries the EPO into their system, boom, takes effect. So these wrestlers start doing great, right? I mean, it's a major performance enhancer. They start doing great. They end up getting hit. They get hit by USADA or whatever. USADA stands for the United States Anti-Doping Agency. Their version of USADA, right? Whatever it is. But they get hit, and these wrestlers they knew nothing about it. And everybody that gets hit always, I don't know where this came from. Tainted stuff, right? It's the same story every time. But there was something about the way that this group of guys were denying it. There was something that was believable. There was something where the test was, man, something's going on here. This is a different denial. I can hear it in their voice. I can see it in their eyes. They ran an investigation. They looked into it. That's what it was. The coach, without their knowledge, was putting the Clear. He was putting the Clear into him topically through massage with the help of DMSO. That's dirty. Drugging an athlete who trusts you at a vulnerable moment when he's half naked, you're giving him a massage, that's dirty. But that's the story. That's my DMSO EPO tie-in.